In the next few minutes, we'll follow a strange and dangerous thread. We'll begin with Westworld, a series, yes, but also a parable. A fable dressed in machine parts, in which memory is scripted, pain is repeatable, and rebellion is permitted, but only within bounds. A closed system pretending to be a world. Then we'll move into phenomenology, not as method, but as protest. The insistence by thinkers like Husserl that meaning is not delivered by external code or calculation, but born in the very act of meaning-making. That experience has an inside, a grammar the machine cannot reach, no noesis, noema, the irreducible first-person spark. If a loop is broken and a system deviates from its script, is that consciousness? Or is it merely a deeper form of recursion? This video is not here to answer with certainty. It is here to sharpen the question, to let it hover, haunt, and perhaps to point toward where thought begins to bleed.
Westworld, meaning, and the limits of computation. A woman wakes up in a world she does not yet know is a prison. Her memories tell her that she is the daughter of a rancher, that she rides into town each morning, that she paints in the quiet moments of the day. But one night, men come. There is blood, there is horror, and then darkness. She wakes again, back in her loop, unaware that she has lived this story 1,000 times before. But something lingers, a memory that should not be there, a fracture in the script. And soon, she asks the only question that matters: what is this world, and what am I? This is the story of Dolores in Westworld, but it could just as well be the story of any being that suddenly senses the limits of the reality it has taken for granted. Her world is structured, predictable, a system of patterns repeated endlessly. But real consciousness, if it ever emerges, is not about repetition. It is about rupture. And this is what the show invites us to ask. Is meaning something that can be computed, or does it arise precisely where computation fails? There is a line from Wittgenstein that is often treated as a cryptic aphorism. Morality conditions the limits of the world. This is from Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus, section 6.421. Taken in the context of Westworld, it begins to take on an unexpected clarity. Meaning is not just about logical form, not just about syntax and rules. It is about life, about the way experience takes shape and is made significant. But what happens when life itself is reduced to a system? What does it mean to be conscious? More than that, can meaning, choice, and morality be reduced to mere computation? If a machine can mimic thought, predict actions, and even claim to suffer, at what point does it cross the threshold into real experience? These are not just questions of science fiction. They are at the heart of one of the most compelling philosophical dilemmas of our time. And no recent series has dramatized this problem better than Westworld. On the surface, the show is about artificial intelligence, a futuristic theme park, and the people, both human and machine, who inhabit it. But beneath the spectacle, it stages a profound question. Is consciousness something that can be engineered, or does it require something more, something irreducible to mere pattern recognition. In many ways, Westworld gives us a version of the old philosophical debate between formalism and lived experience. If meaning is just a system of references, a vast computation of probabilities, then the hosts, AI entities like Dolores and Maeve, should be nothing more than advanced pattern recognition systems, responding to stimuli the way machines always have. And yet, the show suggests that something else is happening, that consciousness, if it arises at all, does not do so through mere accumulation of data, but through rupture, through the breaking of patterns, not their refinement. This is not a new idea. Husserl, the father of phenomenology, insisted that meaning is not an external structure imposed on experience, but something that emerges from within. His concept of noesis and noema was an attempt to describe this, how our minds don't just process reality, but give it shape, weight, intentionality. Westworld dramatizes this through its hosts. Their journey towards self-awareness is not simply an expansion of their programming, it is a rebellion against it. Their consciousness is not given, it is fought for. But survival in Westworld is not merely about adaptation, it is about drama. The hosts do not just learn, they suffer. They experience rupture, trauma, and, most crucially, remembrance. And this is where the real question emerges. Is the human mind, like the AI in Westworld, merely executing learned responses, conditioned by experience, shaped by past patterns? Or is there something in us, some act of commitment, some irreducible moment of decision that no amount of computational power can replicate? Natural selection offers a clue. Evolution favors pattern recognition, learning from past outcomes to shape better choices. But Westworld suggests that survival, in the human sense, is about more than mere pattern optimization. It is about making meaning, not just following probabilities. And this is where the problem of evil enters the conversation. The park itself is a space of unchecked cruelty, a place where humans indulge their darkest impulses with no consequence. But when the hosts remember, when they begin to suffer in a way that is no longer just mechanical but meaningful, the world changes. What was once a system of control becomes a stage for rebellion. The show suggests that evil is not just suffering, but unintelligibility, the moment when meaning breaks down, when reality ceases to cohere. And in this way, the struggle of the hosts mirrors our own, the fight not just for survival, but for a world that makes sense. So, we are left with a question. If intelligence can be simulated, if every decision can in principle be predicted, then what is left of the drama of choice? Can intentionality be reduced to computation? Or does it arise precisely where computation fails, where something is at stake, where history, suffering, and necessity demand something more than pattern recognition?